Hello. Just like that, we're live. It's Dottie. Welcome to my channel. And I'm going to be doing another plant stream today. So I was super excited because I'm streaming about lettuce. And so I'll talk a little bit later about what I was holding here because it's really fun and you can do it very easily in your apartment or anywhere, anywhere that you have a little bit of light. And so I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about lettuce. And normally I have my page ready, but I am apparently not prepared today, but give me just one sec. It'll take just one sec to pull it up, and hopefully it'll let people come on in if they want to watch the video. It's always fun to have live viewers because then you can chat with people and whatnot, and everybody knows something that you don't know, and so it's really fun to talk to other people and learn what they know. So, okay, and I am going to give me just one sec. I'm going to share this just to see if um, I can get any live viewers in here. Because yeah, it's good to share what you're doing. So, give me one sec. I hope everyone's doing well. It's Friday. If you are unaware, the days might be blending together right now. I'm still working. I'm an essential employee, which I don't really know. I don't know what that I don't know what that does. Like it's still normal for me. So I'm still out there. And yeah, it's really not been too bad. I mean, the biggest thing it's affected is there's no traffic out, which being a delivery driver, that's pretty much all that you can hope for is just let there be no traffic. Um, but yeah, I know a lot of people are stuck at home, and so I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're finding good stuff to do and interesting things to watch, and hopefully you can enjoy watching some of my streams. I will be doing a story time tonight. I've been trying to get just on a better schedule with reading every night, but sometimes I am just so tired after I get off work that I just can't do like I just can't do anything. But I've been cutting out sugar all this week, and that's actually really helping with my energy levels. So most likely that's going to improve. And I've been hula hooping a lot, learning a lot of good hula hoop tricks. Um, yeah, I mean things are just if you focus on what's bad, then you can always find something that's bad. But if you just focus on what's good and what you can still do, then you can always find better ways to be happy. And, even if the world seems like it's falling apart, you can always do things to improve and feel better in your own world. And so, yeah, that's why I've been really trying to do my self-care and get into new skills and do my videos so I can connect with people. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we are going to talk about lettuce. I hope you enjoy. I love lettuce. Lettuce is it's so yummy. Oh, here it is. There it is. Let's share that. All right, and I need to get better about reading these before so I know what is important and what's not. But it's not really a big deal. Something that's important to me might not be important to anyone else. And give me one sec. I am just checking this to make sure everything is good. Okay, everything is good. We're all good to go. So, lettuce. Lettuce is an annual plant of the daisy family, Asteraceae. 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 I don't know. This is why I need to read it before because I can't ever pronounce these words. It is most often grown as a leaf vegetable, but sometimes for its stem and seeds. Lettuce is most often used for salads, although it is also seen in other kinds of foods such as soup, sandwiches, and wraps. It can also be grilled. One variety, the woju or asparagus lettuce is grown for its stems, which are eaten either raw or cooked. In addition to its main use as a leafy green, it has also gathered religious and medicinal significance over centuries of human consumption. Europe and North America originally dominated the market for lettuce, but by the late 20th century, the consumption of lettuce had spread throughout the world. World production of lettuce and chicory for calendar year 2017 was 27 million tons, 56% of which came from China. Lettuce was originally farmed by the ancient Egyptians, who transformed it from a weed whose seeds were used to create oil into an important food crop raised for its succulent leaves and oil-rich leaves. Oil-rich seeds. It's succulent leaves and oil-rich seeds. The last stream I did was about radish, and that mentioned that the seeds can be used. You can press them down into a biofuel. And so since lettuce says they have oil-rich seeds, I wonder if they can be used for something like that too. That's interesting. Maybe it'll talk about that a little bit later. Who knows? I'm excited already. Lettuce is so fun. Lettuce spread to the Greeks and Romans, the latter of whom gave it the name Lactuca, from which the English lettuce is ultimately derived. By 50 AD, many types were described, and lettuce appeared often in medieval writings, including several herbals. The 16th through 18th centuries saw the development of many varieties in Europe, and by the mid 18th century, cultivars were described that can still be found in gardens. Generally known as a hardy annual, lettuce is easily cultivated, although it requires relatively low temperatures to prevent it from flowering quickly. It can be plagued by numerous nutrient deficiencies, as well as insects and mammal pests, and fungal and bacterial diseases. Sativa crosses easily with the species and with some other species within the genus Lactuca, although this trait can be a problem to home gardeners who attempt to save seeds. Biologists have used it to broaden the gene pool of cultivated lettuce varieties. Lettuce is a rich source of vitamin K and vitamin A, and a moderate source of folate and iron. Contaminated lettuce is often a source of bacterial, viral, and parasitic outbreaks in humans, including E. coli and Salmonella. Lactuca sativa is a member of the Lactuca genus and the Asteraceae sunflower or aster family. The species was first described in 1753 by Cary Linnaeus in the second volume of his Species Plantarum. Synonyms for sativa include Lactuca, Scariola. I'm just not even going to read all of these. We don't need to know the synonyms. Scariola is the common wild or prickly lettuce. Lettuce is closely related to Lactuca species from Southwest Asia. The closest relationship is to the Lactuca cereola, an aggressive weed common in temperate and subtropical zones in much of the world. The Romans referred to lettuce as Lactuca, meaning milk in Latin, an allusion to the white substance, now called latex, exuded by cut stems. The word has become the genus name, while sativa, meaning sown or cultivated, was added to create the species name. The current word lettuce, originally from Middle English, came from the Old French latus, or laituse, which derived from the Roman name. The name Romaine came from that type's use in the Roman papal gardens, while cause, another term for romaine lettuce, came from the Eastern European seeds of the type from the Greek island of Kos, a center of lettuce farming in the Byzantine period. Ooh, lettuce is fun. Hey, I am Heidi Grease here. Yay! Love salads too. Only only eat salads for dinner. Yeah, I try to eat more salads. I don't know why. Like I love salads, but I'm just not good at eating them. But I'm in a group right now on Facebook that we're doing like a 10-day clean eating challenge, and I've been doing really good cutting out sugar all this week already. But the challenge starts on Monday, and so I'm probably going to go to the store and get all the stuff to meal prep for that, and go through the challenge with them. And one of the things in the challenge is to eat a salad every day. And I mean, there's so many kinds of salads that you can eat. Like you do a taco salad, like you can load that up with all kinds of veggies. It's so good. And yeah, salads are a wonderful way to just get like as much stuff as possible in one meal. Because yeah, I mean, like there's endless ways that you can make a salad. Like fruit salads are super good for like a dessert kind of dinner. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's just endless ways to make a salad, and I'm a huge fan of anything that can be made easily in one dish, because I really can't stand having to clean up dishes and whatnot. And so yeah, I try to make as much stuff in one dish as possible. So lettuce's native range spreads from the Mediterranean to Siberia, although it has been transported to almost all areas of the world. Plants generally have a height and spread of 15 to 30 centimeters, or 6 to 12 inches. The leaves are colorful, mainly in the green and red color spectrums, with some variegated varieties. There are also a few varieties with yellow, gold, or blue teal leaves. Lettuces have a wide range of shapes and textures, from the dense heads of the iceberg lettuce to the notched, scalloped, frilly, or ruffly leaves of leaf varieties. Lettuce plants have a root system that includes a main taproot and smaller secondary roots. Some varieties, especially those found in the United States and Western Europe, have long, narrow taproots and a small set of secondary roots. Longer taproots and more extensive secondary systems are found in varieties from Asia. I've heard that lettuce is one thing that you can plant is really good if your soil is not a um, if your soil is like kind of clay-like almost. If you plant lettuce and other leafy things in there, the roots of it will actually help improve your soil quality as it grows. And the more stuff you plant in your soil, the more that your soil will start to improve. And yeah, it's really awesome. Depending on the variety and time of year, lettuce generally lives 65 to 130 days from planting to harvesting. Because lettuce that flowers through the process known as bolting becomes bitter and unsaleable, plants grown for consumption are rarely allowed to grow to maturity. Lettuce flowers more quickly in hot temperatures, while freezing temperatures can cause slower growth and sometimes damage to outer leaves. Once plants move past the edible stage, they develop flower stalks up to 1 meter, 3 feet, 3 inches high, with small yellow blossoms. Like other members of the tribe Sicerae, lettuce infloresces inflorescences, also known as flower heads or capitula, are composed of multiple florets, each with a modified calyx called a pappus, which becomes the feathery parachute of the fruit. A corolla of 5 petals fused into a ligule or strap, and the reproductive parts. These include fused antlers that form a tube which surrounds a style and bipartite stigma. As the antlers shed pollen, the style elongates to allow the stigmas, now coated with pollen, to emerge from the tube. The ovaries form compressed obovate dry fruits that do not drop open at maturity, meaning 3 to 4 millimeters long. The fruits have 5 to 7 ribs on each side and are tipped by 2 rows of small white hairs. The pappus remains at the top of each fruit as a dispersal structure. Each fruit contains 1 seed, which can be white, yellow, gray, or brown, depending on the variety of lettuce. So that's what they're talking about here. So trying to think. So I think right in here, or like you pull off this little part, and there'll be a seed in there, one little seed. So it's probably like a good amount of work to get your lettuce seeds, but I mean, it's doubtful that it's that difficult. Like once they're dry, I'm sure you can just like crumble them up and get all the seeds out pretty easily. Yeah, but lettuce seeds are really small. It's kind of fascinating that they're so small, but it grows such a big plant. And let's see. The domestication of lettuce over the centuries has resulted in several changes through selective breeding. Delayed bolting, larger seeds, larger leaves and heads, better taste and texture, a lower latex content, and different leaf shapes and colors. Work in these areas continue through the present day. Scientific research into the genetic modification of lettuce is ongoing, with over 85 field trials taking place between 1992 and 2005 in the European Union and the United States to test modifications allowing greater herbicide tolerance. That's terrible. It's just grow your lettuce without herbicide. Like, I'm growing plants in my apartment and none of it needs herbicide or anything like that. And same with my in-ground garden. I don't do anything to it except just plant it and water it and let it go. No, you don't need to spray your plants with horrible toxins and junk. Just FYI. Greater resistance to insects and fungi and slower bolting patterns. However, genetically modified lettuce is not currently used in commercial agriculture. That's good. Lettuce was first cultivated in ancient Egypt for the production of oil from its seeds. The plant was probably selectively bred by the Egyptians into a plant grown for its edible leaves, with evidence of its cultivation appearing as early as 2680 BC. Lettuce was considered a sacred plant of the reproduction god Min, and it was carried during his festivals and placed near his images. The plant was thought to help the god perform the sexual act untiringly. Its use in religious ceremonies resulted in the creation of many images in tombs and wall paintings. The cultivated variety appears to have been about 75 centimeters or 30 inches tall and resembled a large version of the modern romaine lettuce. These upright leaves were developed by the Egyptians and passed to the Greeks, who in turn shared them with the Romans circa 50 AD. Wow, that's crazy. So here in Egypt, they had it back in 2680 BC, but it didn't spread out into the Romans until 50 AD. So they're just like crushing lettuce, and so much time passed, and they're like, oh yeah, you guys can have this too. That's fine. Like, ancient cultures are so fascinating. Love it. Roman agriculturist Caligula described several lettuce varieties, some of which have been ancestors of today's lettuces. That's cool to think that we might be eating, like what if we're eating a variety of lettuce that they had back in in ancient Egypt? That'd be really fascinating. I'm sure we've probably like ruined, how good it was with the pesticides and whatnot, but I mean you can still find good seeds like heirloom seeds and whatnot that have been passed down from generation. And so seeds are really fun. I love it. Lettuce appears in many medieval writings, especially as a medicinal herb. Hildegard of Bingen mentioned it in her writings on medicinal herbs between 1098 and 1179, and many herbals are also described its uses. In 1586, Joachim Camerarius provided descriptions of the three basic modern lettuces: head lettuce, loose leaf lettuce, and romaine or cause lettuce. Lettuce was first brought to the Americas from Europe by Christopher Columbus in the late 15th century. Between the late 16th century and the early 18th century, many varieties were developed in Europe, particularly Holland. Books published in the mid 18th century and early 19th century described several varieties found in gardens today. Due to its short lifespan after harvest, lettuce was originally sold relatively close to where it was grown. The early 20th century saw the development of new packing, storage, and shipping technologies that improved the lifespan and transportability of lettuce and resulted in a significant increase in availability. During the 1950s, lettuce production was revolutionized with the development of vacuum cooling, which allowed field cooling and packing of lettuce, replacing the previously used method of ice cooling in packing houses outside the fields. That sounds interesting. Lettuce is very easy to grow and, as such, has been a significant source of sales for many seed companies. Tracing the history of many varieties is complicated by the practice of many companies, particularly in the US, of changing a variety's name from year to year. This was done for several reasons. The most prominent being to boost sales by promoting a new variety or to prevent customers from knowing that the variety had been developed by a competing seed company. Documentation from the late 19th century shows between 65 and 140 distinct varieties of lettuce, depending on the amount of variation allowed between types, a distinct difference from the 1,100 named lettuce varieties on the market in the time. I want to try all of them. I love leafy greens. They're so good, and I would literally want to try every kind of lettuce. I'm crazy when I buy seeds. Name also often change significantly from country to country, although most lettuce grown today is used as a vegetable. A minor amount is used in the production of tobacco-free cigarettes. However, domestic lettuce's wild relatives produce a leaf that visually more closely resembles tobacco. That's interesting. I mean, I guess if you really need to smoke. Like, I know it's really hard to break a smoking addiction, but it's like, why not smoke some lettuce? I mean, that's probably really healthy for you. Probably way better for you. And then it's fascinating. Lettuce is the cultivation. It's a hardy annual. Some varieties of lettuce can be overwintered, even in relatively cold climates, under a layer of straw, and older heirloom varieties are often grown in cold frames. Lettuce, meant for the cutting of individual leaves, are generally planted straight into the garden in thick rows. Heading varieties of lettuce are commonly started in flats, then transplanted to individual spots, usually 20 to 36 centimeters apart, in the ground after developing several leaves. Lettuce spaced further apart receives more sunlight, which improves color and nutrient quantities in the leaves. That's good to know. I planted I planted some lettuce in ground, and I just like spread the seed pack in the thing. But that's good to know. I can go and thin them to give them more space once they start sprouting. But yeah, that's really good to know to place them farther apart like that. Pale to white lettuce, such as the centers in some iceberg lettuce, contain few nutrients. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of iceberg lettuce. That is the one that I am just really has a very boring lettuce. It's kind of like eating crunchy water. Yes, it's just like just is really not that great. But I've never had iceberg lettuce that I personally grew myself. So, anything that you get from like a terrible like fast food place, like that lettuce is going to be pretty awful. And so, if I grew my own iceberg lettuce, it would probably be a little better. But that just is not really a lettuce I'm a huge fan of. I like the ones that are really green and yeah, like really dark green. Those are really good. Lettuce grows best in full sun in loose, nitrogen-rich soils with a pH of between 6.0 and 6.8. I'm not sure how you test your pH of your soil. I know it's very easy, but I will have to find that out. And yeah, I'll have to figure that out because I'm not sure how to do that. I know the soil at my garden is really it's very fertile soil. It's really good and healthy. But yeah, I don't know what exactly the pH of it is. But heat generally prompts lettuce to bolt, with most varieties growing poorly above 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool temperatures prompt better performance, with 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, which is 61 to 64 degrees Fahrenheit, being preferred, and as low as 45 degrees Fahrenheit being tolerated. Plants in hot areas that are provided partial shade during the hottest part of the day will bolt more slowly. Temperatures above 81 degrees Fahrenheit will generally result in poor or non-existent germination of lettuce seeds. After harvest, that means don't plant your lettuce in the summer. It doesn't like the heat. So like right now is the perfect time to plant lettuce. It's because this is a time of year that it really likes. You have plenty of time for it to grow before it gets too hot, depending on where you live, obviously. Like I'm in Washington, so we're just now getting over our frost. But yeah, if you live in the South, then you're going to have, you're running out of lettuce time a lot quicker than I am up here. So that's it. Yeah. After harvest, lettuce lasts the longest when kept at 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 96% humidity. Lettuce quickly degrades when stored with fruit, such as apples, pears, and bananas, that release the ripening agent ethylene gas. The high water content of lettuce, 94.9%, wow, creates problems when attempting to preserve the plant. It cannot be successfully frozen, canned, or dried and must be eaten fresh. In spite of its high water content, traditionally grown lettuce has a low water footprint, with 237 liters of water required for each kilogram of lettuce produced. Hydroponic growing methods can reduce this water consumption by nearly 2 orders of magnitude. Lettuce varieties will cross with each other, making spacing of 20 to 240 inches between varieties necessary to prevent contamination when saving seeds. Lettuce will also cross with Lactuca cereola, which is a wild lettuce, with the resulting seeds often producing a plant with tough, bitter leaves. Celtis, a lettuce variety grown primarily in Asia for its stems, crosses easily with lettuces grown for their leaves. This propensity for crossing, however, has led to breeding programs using closely related species in Lactuca, such as Lactuca cereola, Lactuca saligna, and Lactuca virosa, to broaden the available gene pool. Starting in the 1990s, such programs began to include more distantly related species such as Lactuca tartarica. Seeds kept best when stored in cool conditions and, unless stored cryogenically, remain viable the longest when stored at -4 degrees Fahrenheit. They are relatively short-lived in storage. At room temperature, lettuce seeds remain viable only a few months. In However, when newly harvested lettuce seed is stored cryogenically, this life increases to a half-life of 500 years for vaporized nitrogen and 3,400 years for liquid nitrogen. This advantage is lost if seeds are not frozen promptly after harvesting. Okay, wow, that's mind-blowing. Here we go. Top culinary use. That's what we want. As described around 50 AD, lettuce leaves were often cooked and served by the Romans with an oil and vinegar dressing. However, smaller leaves were sometimes eaten raw during the 81 to 96 AD region of Domitian. The tradition of serving a lettuce salad before a meal began. Post-Roman Europe continued the tradition of poaching lettuce, mainly with large romaine types, as well as the method of pouring a hot oil and vinegar mixture over the leaves. Today, the majority of lettuce is grown for its leaves, although one type is grown for its stem and one for its seeds, which are made into an oil. Most lettuce is used in salads, either alone with other greens, vegetables, meats, and cheeses. Romaine lettuce is often used for Caesar salads with a dressing that includes anchovies and eggs. Lettuce leaves can also be found in soups, sandwiches, and wraps. While the stems are eaten both raw and cooked, the consumption of lettuce in China developed differently from in Western countries due to health risks and cultural aversion to eating raw leaves. In that country, salads were created from cooked vegetables and served hot or cold. Lettuce was also used in a larger variety of dishes than in Western countries, contributing to a range of dishes, including bean curd and meat dishes, soups and stir fries, plain or with other vegetables. Stem lettuce, widely consumed in China, is eaten either raw or cooked, the latter primarily in soups and stir fries. Lettuce is also used as a primary ingredient in the preparation of lettuce soup. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so I think that's about it. And I'm going to stop this, and we're going to come back over here. Hey, we're back. Okay, so now I can show off what I have been doing. So I'm not positive what, I don't remember what day I started this. I have a picture of it. So this is a bucket. I'll put it up so you can see it. This is a bucket of, right now they're called microgreens. So what I did was I took Zulu One. Hey, how you doing? I'm on StreamYard and I still I still have no idea how to give people wrenches. I wonder if I can get on my phone and do it. I have no idea. Like I'm just not put you in a timeout or I can block you. Yeah, I'm on StreamYard and I just don't know. I don't know how to do stuff on here. I figured out the screen sharing, but I wonder, no, if I invite you, that'll just like bring you into the thing, which that'd be fun too. Um, but yeah, I'll figure out how to give you a wrench. But yeah, so this is my lettuce, and right now they're microgreens. They're really fluffy. They're getting really sturdy. So I took like 5 packs of I took like 5 packs of. Sorry, I'm just reading my guess. No, I'll have to figure it out off stream, whatever. But yeah, so I took like 5 packs of of lettuces and spinach, just random leafy greens. You'll always love me. How could you not? Love you too, Zulu one. You're awesome. I need to do I'll do a story time tonight. I've been just not doing them. I suck, but I'll do one tonight. But yeah, so I have a ton of packs of leafy greens. So I took about 5 varieties of lettuce and spinach, and I mix them all together. And then I took these. I have three of these little tin containers. Have to do it YouTube watch page. Okay. I'll figure that out in just one sec. Let me get my thought out before I forget. So yeah, I got these tins and filled them up with soil, and then took my my seeds that I mixed together and spread them over the 3 tins that I had, and then I put them under my grow light and I spray them. You know, I give them a spritz of water every day, and within just a couple days they started sprouting. And so the cool thing is you can actually once they're this high, you can eat them at any stage. So just pulled off a little sprig. You can eat them at any time. So when they're like this, you can go through and just snip them off a little, pull them out, and put them on your salads. But I'm letting them grow until they're, you know, probably this tall or so. Let them get a little bigger. But yeah, they're wonderful for putting on your salads, adding to your eggs, adding to anything like that. And actually eating a couple little sprigs of these greens is better than eating like a multivitamin. They're packed. So when you eat microgreens, they're actually these little sprigs. They have as much nutrients as a full-size plant. And so when you eat just a couple of sprigs of these, it's like a wonderful multivitamin for you. It's like the healthiest multivitamin that you can get. But yeah, so I've been growing those for, I think, a week. I can't remember what day I planted them. But yeah, I've been growing them for at least a week, and yeah, they sprouted in a couple days, and now they're just doing really well. And yeah, you can start eating them at any time. But so I did those because I wanted to like kind of try to sell them, but now I might just give them to people because let's see, watch page. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's this one. No, that's not it. That's not it. But yeah, I might just end up gifting them to people because it's like that's such an easy way to get food, really, really quickly. You know, you can just set it in a sunny window, and you just spray it with a little bit of water every day, and they'll grow really easily, and you instantly have food growing in your apartment or your house, and you know, just eliminates one thing that you have to get from the grocery store. And like I said earlier, growing in your apartment and whatnot, like there's no pesticides sprayed on it. You don't have to, there's no chemicals on it. Like it's just soil and mixed greens, seeds, and water. And so, yeah, you can do that anywhere. You can do it anytime, and don't need a lot of space. Because I mean, look at how little this thing is. You know, fits easily in my hands. Like it's just a nice little lettuce bowl. And so yeah, I'll probably keep one and then maybe give the other 2 away. Then I also have 2 tins of like mixed wildflowers going as well. But I need to get some more of these tins because this is a good time to good time of year to be growing lettuce, and I have grow lights in my apartment, so might as well use them. Okay, so let me see if I can find the watch page. I could bring people in here, but I'm not going to do that. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably figure it out off stream just so I don't have to sit here and like ramble and talk to myself about figuring it out. My earring won't sit right. Oh, Zulu One. I ordered a really, really pretty bow, and my friend gave me some arrows and a quiver, but my bow is going to be here today. So excited, and I have to call the Sportsman Warehouse to see if they are actually open for me to pick up stuff in store, because like most stores, I need bowstring wax for my bowstring, and then I need a target so that I can actually shoot my bow. But a lot of places are sold out of all the targets. But let me see. I think I can show you a picture of me shooting this weekend. Let's see, where is it? But yeah, I'm super excited to have my own bow. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So, okay, hopefully you can see this. Yeah, I was shooting. That's not my bow. That was my friend's horse bow. But yeah, just it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I thought you would like to know that I ordered a bow, so I'm getting a weapon system. um, but yeah, let's see. Listen to my endless ramblings all day. Yeah, I'm sure eventually it'll get boring. but um, but yeah, I'll maybe I'll make a video about my bow. I don't know. We'll see. But it's so beautiful. Like, oh my God, I can't even believe it. So like I'm a Pisces, so super super water creature through and through. And the bow that I got, the grip on it has ray skin on it, which is a kind of fish. Oh yeah, I got my taser too. Yeah, got my taser. So like I'm pretty set. Like bitch try and break in my apartment now. um but yeah, my bow has ray skin on the grip. And oh, my son is Aquarius. Yeah, that's probably why you and I get along. It's a good sign. Good sign. Um but yeah, so I think it's kind of funny. I ended up with a bow that has fish scales on it. True water creature. But yeah, good times. So let's see. I think that was all. That was all I was going to talk about lettuce. Yeah, I love lettuce. I want to try a lot of lettuce varieties, but I'm excited about my lettuce tins here. Those are fun. But yeah, I'll be doing story time tonight. I might end up doing 2 chapters, because I haven't done one of those in like a week. I've just been so dang tired after work, and like everything is draining me, but trying to make it happen and not be worn down. So probably be good to have my bow. I can shoot my target and get out frustrations and whatnot. Be funny to put like a picture of just, I don't know, the nonsense that's going on. I don't know what YouTube is going to censor or take my video down for. I'm not even going to talk about whatever. But yeah, just cover my target in pictures of nonsense to shoot. That'd be funny. Space pictures would be funny. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back tonight. And yeah, I haven't done lettuce soup either. That honestly doesn't sound appealing to me. Like that just, I mean, maybe I think the only way I would like it is if I like make like a taco soup, which is super good, and then put like some of the sprouts, put some of these sprouts fresh on the top of it. I would probably like that with like a lettuce kind of soup, but I don't know, it doesn't sound good to just have like lettuce soup. But yeah. Anyway, but I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. It's always good to see you, Zulu One, and I am High Degree. Always good to see you as well. So yeah, I'll be back tonight. Yeah, chicken broth is good. I like it. I like chicken broth. It's really good to make. You can make like your own bone broth. That's super good. Really healthy. That yeah, that keeps you from getting sick pretty much. It's like a serious cure all. Um, but yeah, I'll be back tonight for story time. I'm not positive what time. I will see what my son is up to and whatnot when he's getting tired. But yeah, I'll be back tonight and I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in. It's been Dottie. Much love. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Bye.